Welcome. Today I'm going to be reacting and reviewing Pangaea by August Burns Red. Now this is an old song, but it's a re-recorded song, so I'm going to see how different it is. It also features Misha Mansour. I'm not totally familiar with all his work, but I know from what I've seen he's a very good guitarist. So my guess is that he'll do the solo on this song. Because the song is not super heavy, there's not a ton of breakdowns and stuff, but there is a solo in the original song, and I'll say it's not the most ripping solo, at least in the original. We'll see what it sounds like in this new one, if this is the case. That's my hunch, at least, and I'm probably going to be right, let's be honest. Okay, so we'll go into it. It's called Pangaea, which plays at the idea of this theory that the world and all the continents all fit together as one continent, supercontinent at one point. The lyrics don't really reflect that, I don't feel like, but I'll get into that. For now, we'll listen to the music, and we'll see how different it is. I will say, too, before I start the song, that this is probably one of my least favorite songs on the Leveler album, so by all means it is a good song, but it's definitely not, if you're looking for heavy music, it's not, doesn't have those really heavy breakdowns or anything like that. So it's one of my least favorite, but it should be good nonetheless to hear it re-recorded and see what it's like. Here we go. Well produced, that's for sure. Sounds like they dropped the tuning on this one as well. I don't know, but it definitely sounds like a lower tuning than the original. I wish I was so ancient, no one could bring I feel like you can hear the bass guitar a lot better too. Pretty good solo. Very quick, fast-paced solo. Cool. Different ending there too. A little bit different fade out, which is kind of cool. But good song. Again, not my favorite song from this album, but still a good song. Well done, re-recorded. The this solo for sure was pretty ripping compared to the original. A lot faster. Definitely, I would say, akin to the style of Misha Mansour. So good for him for bringing that into this song. Yeah, overall pretty good song. So we'll just go into the lyrics, and I usually look at lyrics from a Christian perspective and what I can get out of it from scripture and all that. This song, I'm not sure there's a whole lot that's jumping out to me as far as from a Christian perspective. It looks to me, when I look at their lyrics for this song, it's more about their touring life and how just their band life in general, and how different it is when you're on tour than when what you think of as a fan, as fans and as people who want to be touring musicians. It's like, oh, that looks so awesome. That looks like the best life ever, right? It's definitely, a lot different, and it's a lot of work. As we have seen, if you've followed ABR, they have a pretty rigorous tour schedule all year long, pretty much, and yeah, they do a lot of touring, and it must be exhausting. But so some of the things that we can kind of bring out in their lyrics, just kind of what clued me into the fact that they might be talking about their own dream of becoming musicians, and how that kind of changed, how that love and the dream changed. So they say, if this is a place people dream of, insomnia is the only cure, the only antidote. You've been deceived into thinking this is the perfect life, right? We all think that, being a musician is the perfect life. It's an illusion to your perception. You've been deceived. And we have to think in this context of the title Pangaea, where the world is all one continent. And then he says, I wish time was still ancient so I could bridge the gap between here, between there, between you and I. So this is really, I think, the core of the song, where whoever's writing this is missing someone back home, right? And they want to bridge the gap between themselves and this loved one. At least that's what I gather from the song. And of course, the idea of the Pangaea is that there would be no gap, there would be no seas to separate the land, right? Yeah, and then the little bit after that, the writer says, counting all the things that I took for granted, counting down the days, watching the clock as it just stands still, bleh, to just sail away, waiting for the morning that takes me home. I always thought that was maybe an allusion to death, but I think that's literally, again, looking at, when a band is on tour, it kind of probably gets old pretty quickly, and so they're just waiting for the day when they can go back home. And I think that might be literally what is meant by this song. I could be wrong. Fight me if you think anything different. No, just kidding. You can leave a comment below if you have other ideas of what this song means, or if you heard already from the band itself what this song means. I'd be curious to know. That's it. That's all that I have really to talk about in this video. But I like the track, and I like the lyrics. Pretty good. I look forward to hearing the rest of the album. So take care. God's blessings to you.